Welcome everyone, this is Tehila Gracie speaking, and today I will be doing an interview with this person to who I am very close with. I learned a lot from her, and this time she will share her thoughts and views so that you guys can learn a lot from her too. So without much saying, let's now proceed to the interview. Good day everyone. Today I have here with me my personal first mentor, second co-church worker, and of course my ate for a very long time. She is an amazing and independent woman who is an advocate of sharing God's word to youth. I chose her to be my interviewee because of her broad experiences both in life and leadership amid the pandemic. Please welcome our interviewee for this 5-minute interview, Miss Kay and Maipa. Yay! Ayan.
Hello everyone!
And so good evening po. First, how would you like to be addressed ate for the entire interview? Miss, ma'am, or ate?
I think ate.
Ate. Ayan, so para chill-chill lang. Ayan, so okay, that is noted po, no? So first, gusto ko pong tanungin, how are you ate? Did your day went well po ba? Kumusta yung araw mo ngayon?
Productive and yeah, good.
Ang dami nyo pong ganap today siguro. And of course, we'll start our interview to ask you to share about yourself and what are interesting things about you, ate.
Well, first, let me introduce myself. I'm Kirsten Noel Maipa. My friends call me KN. Interesting things about me. I feel guilty if I do things that I think are unproductive. Gano'n. Pero nagagawa ko pa rin. Pero I feel guilty ako doon. And then I like to travel. I like to meet new people. I want to have productive conversation always with my friends, and I like surfing the internet during my free time.
And so ang daming factors, ang dami nyo pong gustong gawin, and people known you for that, especially us, your disciples. So there you go. Thank you for sharing who you are. With that, let us jump to the interview question po that will be answered by you, of course. So first is, before the pandemic ate, before the pandemic started, you've been doing a lot of things na, right? So can you tell me of those things that you are doing pre-pandemic or before the pandemic started?
Before the pandemic started, I worked in a company as admin assistant. So this is for an Australian company. And then aside from that, during like weekends, I do mentoring, I do meet with the youth and the young adults, and I'm actually also doing a one-on-one mentoring with them, like especially the young adults, because we have this plan to leverage them, to train them to be leaders as well. So I think I can do a touch base by having a one-on-one conversation with them. I'm also doing other ministries, like during that time we're still creating the system for education ministry, so that if ever kahit umalis man ako, at least yung system na yun pwede na lang sundin. So those are the things that I'm doing before pandemic.
Before pandemic pa lang, you have so many things that you are doing na ate. And so in short, you are a very productive person. Ayan, suddenly the pandemic started. So yung galaw po natin, naging limited siya. Everything is done virtually and we are stuck inside our homes. I want to know naman po, what are your experiences during the pandemic? Syempre, from what you are doing pre-pandemic will somehow differ from what you are doing now. So kindly share it to us po.
Noong una, masaya pa kasi parang sabi ko, may mga parang finokus ko yung pwede kong gawin out of this pandemic, having a lot of time. So like, pag-explore kung paano magluto ng mga food na hindi ko nagagawa dati. Exercise, di ba? Hindi natin nagagawa yan kasi laging parang napagod na pag-uwi or sa work. And then, what else? Ang dami yung mga bagay na hindi ko nagagawa dati. So, yung pag-aayos ng room, di ba? Yung mga plano ko sa room ko, so nagawa ko yun during pandemic. And then also, syempre sa laging busy, sometimes we forgot time with our family, especially sa akin, mag-isa lang. So, my communication with them is virtually. So, during this pandemic, syempre wala ka masyadong kausap. tinitake mo yung opportunity na yon para magkamustahan sa kanila kasi nag-board ka din. And then, 1 year hanggang sa 2 years na yung lumipas, medyo syempre naapektuhan na din yung sanity, di ba? Yung, I think, kahit ako hindi ako accepted doon. Ayun, nag-try din ako na makikonnect sa ibang mga tao. Kasi before, di ba, parang nakakamit ako ng mga tao. Part na yun sa akin na makamit ako ng bagong tao to learn from them. And then, nung 1 year na mahigit, so wala. But I tried. So I can also learn from them and they can learn from me. So nag-connect ako, may mga nakilala ko na mga tao sa online and I shared to them. Kasi ayun na nga, naging part na kasi ng ano ko yun ng system ko na to meet other people, to share to them, ganon. And it is exciting and satisfying for me. So since hindi na masyadong makakalabas, so I thought na gagawin ko yun virtually. So nagawa ko siya. And then, what else? Pansin ko, ang dami kong time na nasispend sa social media. Whereas, nung before pandemic, hindi ko nagagawa yun. Pag off ko lang, pero parang hindi ako nagsispend masyado doon. So, during that time, napansin ko, marami akong na-suspend na time. And hindi naman nakakatulong sa akin, nakaka-stress lang. So, sabi ko, I have to find something na parang magko-contribute din sa well-being ko and me as a person. So, ang ginawa ko noon, naghanap ako ng maybe training or self-development programs. Then nakita ko nga yung cross-cultural training through FB. And ayun, nag-enroll ako doon. So, natuwa naman ako kasi through that, kamit ako ng mga tao na talagang naging ka-vibes ko, naging support system ko, and at the same time, passionate din sa mga bagay na passionate ako. And passionate ako sa culture, no, sa mga bagay, sa mga new things, and I found it in that training.
Ayan. So, that was a very honest question. So, just to sum up po, no, despite the negative na nangyari sa iyong life, ate, yung negative na experience mo, like, naging mag-isa ka, and yung finance, medyo naapektuhan din. Pero, despite that negative happenings, may mga positive pa rin na nangyari. Like, you got to discover new things, new talents, gaya ng cooking, and more time for your family. And of course, you met new people. So thank you for sharing about your experiences during the pandemic. And I want to ask this question din po because I know that you have a lot to share about this. What is your quick advice for people who are currently struggling during the pandemic na hindi pa rin po maka-move on or hindi pa rin maka-cope up with this situation?
Usually kapag mag-isa tayo, so common na nakaka-spend tayo ng maraming time sa social media. And we should be careful on the things that we feed our mind, yung mga inputs na yon. When we connect to other people, we should select those people as well. Diba? So dapat yung makakatulong sa atin. Kasi lalo na mga kabataan, so marami tayong mamimit all over the world. And dapat hindi ma-jeopardize yung mga values na meron tayo. No, mga values. So, we should be careful of who we connect and what we feed our minds. And then, kung hindi ka pa nakaka-cope up, you have to do something. You have to, like, kasi minsan hinahayaan lang natin kung ano-ano yung nafe-feed sa mind natin eh. And di nakakatulong lahat yun. So, look for something that will inspire you, that will motivate you daily. And yun ang i-feed mo sa sarili mo, sa mind mo. Because it will affect, kasi lahat nagsasart sa mind eh. So, feed all those positive things that will motivate you, inspire you, and then do something. Ngayon, pwede nang lumabas. So, labas-labas tayo, mag-exercise, kumuha ng sunlight, talk to friends, find support group ngayon na mapagkakatiwalaan mo. So, this is coming from my personal experience kasi sabi ko nga, nag-go through din ako ng parang depression during the pandemic. So, but I realized na hindi ako dapat mag-stay sa ganun kasi napaka-miserable yung situation. So, I find to do something na at least makakatulong sa akin. Kasi at the end of the day, wala eh. Pwedeng may support group ka, pero pag hindi mo pinagsikapan na ikaw, ibangon yung sarili mo, gumawa ng makakabuti sa'yo, if you don't decide that, then no one can help you. And ayun, kailangan din yung prayer kung Christians kayo. So, the Word of God, ang daming inspiration doon, ang daming, ewan ko, sa akin ganun yung effect niya eh. Stress reliever ko yun or stress go-to ko yun kapag sobrang parang ang bigat na. So, pray to meditation sa word ng Lord.
Ayan. So, napakagandang advice from an experienced one. Of course, napakadami mo lang na-experience in life ate. So, we should keep ourselves motivated in short.
Ayan. So, thank you again for giving your advice. And with that, allow me to give you this certificate of appreciation. Of course, hindi pwedeng ganun-ganun lang like, I invited you, then you respond to my invitation, then we got to do this interview. So, I really want to give you, of course, a token of appreciation then. So, this is just a small token of appreciation po, but I hope that you appreciate it. Let me read the citation first. Ayan. So, I'll just send this to your Gmail ate because I already have naman your Gmail with me. Again, thank you very much for listening to us. This is Tehila Grace together with my interviewee, Miss Kay and Maipa, signing off. Bye! Thank you, ate. Bye-bye.
God bless.
Tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
As the interviewer, I have learned and heard enough from my respondent. And the greatest lesson from this experience is that when interviewing someone, you need to cope with your respondent, adjust to her schedule, and of course, to put your shoe in the interviewer's place so that I can understand her fully. What I have learned from what she shared is that this pandemic affected and brought abrupt changes in our lives. Everyone, without exemption, suffered financially, mentally, and even physically. But that is very much okay because even the strongest person experiences weakness. Also, the smartest one can fail because that is what life is. Whatever situation that may be, all the hardship has a purpose and will be paid off in the end. We just need to remember that this pandemic will come to an end. The progress may be slow, but what matters is let's persevere and keep fighting until the very end. We can say, thank God for this amazing race. Again, this is Tehila Grace saying, our present sufferings are nothing compared to the victorious and blissful life as a reward waiting for us in the end. Thank you and goodbye.